Welcome to A View from the Cheap Seats podcast. I'm your host, Danny G, and I'm joined by Jimmy G.
Aloha, Danny.
Aloha. What's going on? Long time no talk.
Yeah, it's been on hiatus. It's summertime.
Yeah,
It's hard to,
yeah.
not much to talk about. So,
Really not a lot to talk about. And
in
as
Philly
that hints at-
sports, let's put it,
yes,
let's
Philly
qualify it.
sports.
Philly sports. There's a lot of
Yeah.
sports going on.
Yeah, we did
But-
have a major event come to an end last night. As the Bucks won the
Shock
NBA
the world.
Finals. I wouldn't say shock the world.
Well, I'm saying that a lot of the experts had
Phoenix.
So
Yeah. I mean, Phoenix was definitely favored, but the Bucks pulled through. Giannis put up 50 points last night.
he was a beast.
Yeah. He's great. He's great, and off the court, he's a great person. Like, I don't know, he's just got a great personality. He's just a fun.
I'm
person
happy
to
for him. He deserves it.
Yeah, he definitely deserved that. I mean, I feel bad for Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul deserves it too. But, I think Giannis deserved it a lot. I think, he's played great. And I mean, he's played at MVP levels, and he just hasn't had the surrounding team. Finally, he got a 3-and-D point guard in Drew Holiday. He got Chris Middleton, who's a closer, a 3-and-D shooting guard too. And then you got Giannis. I mean, what more do you need? And I forget who it was, but someone said that the Bucks were a super team.
They're not a super team.
Like, I that didn't make no sense to me.
Super team would be the Lakers.
Yeah, right.
Miami Heat when they were winning. Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. I mean, and that shouldn't even diminish Giannis's legacy, because Giannis didn't leave to go to a super team. He was drafted by Milwaukee.
He stayed there. He could have left. He stayed there.
Oh yeah, because he just signed that extension.
Yep.
So, but yeah, congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. It was a great series. I think a lot of people said they were disappointed too in the series. Said that what did they say would have been a better series? I don't know. They just didn't like the series. They didn't think it was a fun match. I think it was a fun matchup. I mean, two small market teams, but still, I think it was.
Milwaukee's not that small. Do you see all them people out there?
Oh yeah, I know. But if you're saying compared to like LA or other markets, other huge markets, Milwaukee's still a small market.
Guess who gets a championship ring?
What's that guy's name? His last name's Craig. Something Terry Craig?
No.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers. He's a part owner of the Milwaukee Bucks. He gets a ring.
Good for him. Good for him.
He gets a ring. He gets a ring.
He might as well just be the full-time owner. Just go away from football. Go be the full-time owner of Milwaukee.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, did you see that he passed down the 2-year extension they sent him? He was going to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Yep. And he passed it down.
Mm-hmm.
He turned it down. So next week's going to be interesting.
This is where we see where the problems are rooted with Aaron Rodgers. It's not the money. It's just it's the front office. And I mean, there was speculation that it was money, but it's not. It's the front office decisions. It's his broken relationship with the front office. So, it will be very interesting to watch in these coming weeks to see where that situation goes. Now, if you had to give your opinion, where do you think it goes? Do you think Rodgers goes to Canton, or do you think it's done? It's unsalvageable.
I think he goes to Canton. I think he plays out one more year there, and then they trade him.
Okay. So,
Philadelphia Eagles have, I guess, a bright spot.
And what's
Zach
that?
Ertz. Zach
Yeah,
Ertz
Zach
has
Ertz is
been,
expected to
and he's
be
been
back.
practicing with the team for the last
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, he's expected to be back. He's expected to be on the 53 man. I mean that whole contract situation was just it was a
Listen,
mess.
Zach Ertz does not want to be cut because if he gets cut, he don't make the $8 million. No team's going to sign him for $8 million. So his best bet is to stay with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just that whole Zach Ertz is mad at the Eagles. He's not going to report to camp. That was the whole mess. That whole situation, or the Eagles weren't paying him and stuff like that. It was a mess. And I mean, it wasn't a good look. But
that was drum up by Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz wanted to take him to Indianapolis with him.
Yeah, right. He tried to snuggle him on the plane. Right.
Yep.
But yeah, here we are. Zach Ertz is going to make the roster, it looks like, and he won't be cut. So I guess that is a bright spot. Zach Ertz, while underwhelmingly poor performance recently, I mean,
He was hurt,
better.
though.
Yeah.
Again, he was hurt. I mean, he's playing with an injury. So,
yeah. And poor offensive play.
Before last year, wasn't he the top 3 tight end?
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that. I mean, the whole offense has gone downhill. Quarterback play, injuries.
And if you see who I have on today.
Oh, I knew it. Speedhawk. But, yeah, I mean, the offense has gone downhill. You can't expect Ertz to perform with being injured and poor quarterback play. So it's good to have veteran presence, and hopefully Zach Ertz will be back, especially with Dallas Goedert, getting better. Can be the 1-2 tandem that they need.
Well, here's another fun fact for the Philadelphia Eagles, and will help you. Will not help me because I don't think they're going to win more than 5 games, but might help you. The first 10 games, the Eagles' opponents, only 2 have made the playoffs.
What, last year?
This coming up schedule.
Yeah, I'm saying last year only 2 of them made the playoffs.
Only 2 made the playoffs.
Yeah. Although they are underdogs in 14 games. 13.
Yeah, well.
Their first 13. But
Lane Johnson likes being an underdog.
Well, that's Philly. That's Philly being the underdog. But we have to talk about the Phillies. The Phillies have been heating up.
Before you go to the Phillies, you got another heating trade rumor about Deshaun Watson, and you're going to blow over that all
What's
week.
that?
It's been about Deshaun Watson.
We talked about this last time. Schefter came out with the story about Deshaun Watson, and I mean, look, that's obvious. It's obvious that the Eagles are going to be in pursuit of Deshaun Watson. How could you not? You have the firepower to do it.
So this answer me this, because I'm really confused. If you like Deshaun Watson so much, what's that message sent to Jalen Hurts? It's like Carson Wentz all over again. They're not happy with their quarterback. Why are they not happy with their quarterback? They pick these quarterbacks, and then they're not happy. And seems like Harry Roseman gets off. And I'm a Harry Roseman guy. Don't get me wrong, but seems like Harry Roseman is escaping this controversy and criticism of you pick these quarterbacks, and all of a sudden these quarterbacks are not good enough to be a Philadelphia Eagle. Well, and I'm not a Jalen Hurts guy.
No, I know, and I get what you're saying. I mean, look, when you look back at this situation that went down with Carson Wentz and drafting Jalen Hurts, Carson Wentz his confidence was down after getting hurt and then seeing Foles win the Super Bowl and then getting hurt the following year in the playoffs. And
But
hold on. Before you say anything, then you go on and draft Jalen Hurts. Now, drafted strictly to be a backup, but that's what drove Carson Wentz out of town. You ended up wanting to trade Carson Wentz. Now, you're saying you're going to stick with, well, they really haven't even said that they're sticking with Jalen Hurts. And I think that's because they drafted him just to be solely a backup. Not saying that Jalen Hurts should have that mentality, because he should obviously want to be a starter in this league. But yeah, there is a problem with I mean, look, you're obviously going to look, Deshaun Watson, he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. So how could you really pass up on that? I mean, that doesn't send a great message to Jalen Hurts. I mean, it just shows that you're looking at other options.
What message does it send to the fans, Danny? That this season is a wash?
I don't think it sends the message that this season is a wash. I mean, look, Jalen Hurts could be good, and they could still want to trade for Deshaun Watson.
And there's rumors
about great.
There's rumors that they're taking calls on Fletcher Cox.
Well, those are just rumors. I look. Even the Deshaun Watson thing is rumors. We don't know. The Eagles haven't come out and said, "Yeah, we're looking at Deshaun Watson." I mean, look, if they pursue a trade.
Well, you know what they're going to say. Their standard answer is this: any player that could help the Philadelphia Eagles, we're always interested. That's their standard saying.
You got to understand this too. Look, Deshaun Watson is an upgrade. And look, I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. You know this. Deshaun Watson is an upgrade from Jalen Hurts because we don't know what Jalen Hurts is. We saw 4 games of him. We still don't know what he is. So we see a proven top 5 quarterback in this league.
He's a backup quarterback
in this league over Jalen Hurts. And I said I would always take that. So, yes, I don't think that sends a bad message to the fans. I mean, I'd have a problem with Jalen Hurts being drafted and driving Carson Wentz out of town. That sends a bad message.
But if Deshaun Watson becomes available and everything goes well with his court case and everything, and he's available, if the Eagles don't get him, doesn't that look like you failed?
I mean, you failed to execute the trade, yes.
And you failed at you don't have a starting quarterback because you were going after Deshaun Watson and you don't trust. I'm not saying the Eagles fans. I'm saying the front office of the Eagles. They don't trust Jalen Hurts. That's all I'm trying to say is they're not trusting Jalen Hurts. If they're involved in Deshaun Watson, they could come out and say, listen, we're happy at quarterback. They're not saying nothing, which makes me believe that all these rumors are true.
You got to realize that, that they probably are, because even going back to Nick Sirianni and his first press conference and all the press conferences with Howie and the draft and all that, they never came out and said, oh, yeah, Jalen Hurts is our quarterback. He's our guy. They steered away from that. Never a clear answer with that.
And training camp's a week away, and they're still doing the same thing.
Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Look.
If you were looking at this from afar, all right, just look at it. Let's say you weren't a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. I would think that Joe Flacco has a chance at a starting job.
No.
If I'm outside looking in,
you could be looking on the other side of the country. It doesn't matter. Joe Flacco does not have a shot at the starting job.
Okay.
So cut that. We're not going from Deshaun Watson, who's a top 5 quarterback, to Joe Flacco having a shot. No.
Well, that's not what the Eagles said. It's not what the Eagles have said.
What did the Eagles say?
It's an open competition.
Joe Flacco's not getting the That's BS. That's BS. I swear, if Joe Flacco is a starting QB week 1, barring a Jalen Hurts injury, I
what?
I don't know. I'll buy Joe Flacco jersey from every team he was on, including the Eagles.
All right,
I'll buy his Ravens one. I'll buy his Jets one. I'll buy his Eagles one.
I'm just saying, it's just, to me, you should come out and support your quarterback. Even if you trade for Deshaun Watson, you should be supporting Jalen Hurts right now. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. You should. I mean, that's what's frustrating. Like, look, Jalen Hurts, I think that's what you need to give him. Sorry for the voice crack there. That was a crazy one. But that's what you need. You need to give him confidence. You not coming out and being in full support of your quarterback, never giving that clear answer whether you're in on Deshaun Watson or not, is frustrating. And it's got to be frustrating for Jalen Hurts. I mean, you got the rumors that they wanted to move up for Zach Wilson. Now, that's what I would be worried about. The message that sends, I would be worried about more than the message that trying to trade for Deshaun Watson. Because Deshaun Watson's a proven quarterback. Jalen Hurts is not. But then when you see that the Eagles are going to trade up for Zach Wilson, an unproven quarterback, to take over for another unproven quarterback, there I have an issue. But I don't know. It's got to be frustrating, and this is the struggle we have as fans of this front office. Is that when have they come out in these recent years and supported their quarterback?
Here's another rumor: the Eagles are interested in the Miami Dolphins cornerback.
Now that I'm not mad at. Why wouldn't you be?
But you're going to give up the number 1 pick that you got from Miami to get him?
Look, I mean, Xavier.
I'm not giving up the number 1. I'm sorry.
Why?
I don't care who he is. I'm not giving up a number 1. Unless it's Deshaun Watson. I'm not giving up number 1 for a cornerback. I know. Do you know anything about him?
I know he's one of the best. He's one of the best corners in the league.
Yeah? According to who?
According to stats. Numbers.
I'd rather have Steven Nelson. He's a free agent. You don't have to give nothing up for him.
Why don't you get both of them?
Why do you need both? You get Darius Slay. Slay needs somebody to play on the other side.
You got 2 boundary corners and you got a slot.
You drafted guys to play the slot. You got Avonte Maddox to play the slot.
Steven Nelson's more of a slot guy than he is a boundary guy. I'd rather have Xavier Howard on the boundary than I would Steven Nelson.
Yeah, Steven Nelson plays a corner. Plays corner too.
Okay. I'm saying I mean Steven Nelson can be a good boundary corner, but I'd rather have Xavier Howard.
Well, we shall see. It's going to get interesting. Football's just right around the corner, and I'm psyched because I'm psyched to see how this team rebuilt itself for the next run, because that's what I'm looking at. This is a rebuild year, 5 wins, get a great number 1 draft pick, and move on.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be very interesting to see whether they do have the 5 wins and it's just a terrible wash year and they have a great pick, or if they surprise people, which I think they will.
Next May is going to be fun when we have 3 number 1 draft picks.
I mean, yeah, it will be fun. Can't wait. We'll be doing.
I say we go to the draft as a podcast team.
Are you buying?
We're flying, baby.
Yeah, are you buying? Are you buying my ticket?
I'm buying. You buy yourself, and I buy mine.
That's messed up. I don't want to buy. I'm broke.
Where's it at?
Money.
Where's the draft at this next year?
The draft, what would it be? 2022, right?
Yep. I think it's in Tennessee.
Where? Let's see. Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
Maybe we didn't get to see the game. Maybe we'll see the draft in Vegas.
Vegas. Viva Las Vegas.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The Eagles will pick up 3 number 1 picks.
Maybe we'll be there. Maybe. But yeah, look, we'll see what the Eagles do this year. Definitely stuff's heating up on the football front. Training camp.
I know you can't wait to talk about the Phillies, but they're a 500 club. I keep saying this.
But we still have to talk about them. They've been the only ones playing. We started off the podcast talking about people or teams that aren't playing right now. The Phillies, we saved for last, and they're the only one playing. So we got to show the Phillies some love. Since we last talked,
they have major problems.
I didn't even get the recap in the beginning. I got to do the recap in the middle of the episode because you want.
That's because we were talking about the Bucs. The Bucs is a bigger story than the Phillies.
Not on this podcast. Not on this podcast.
It's about sports. It's not just about Philly sports.
It's more about Philly sports than it is a lot of sports. Is it not?
We need to broaden our horizons.
Okay. All right, then we'll do that. We'll do that. All right, so then let's go on in-depth talks about what can the let's see, the worst team in the NBA. What can the Magic do to rebuild their roster and make a playoff run?
They can quit.
Quit.
Yeah, they can quit.
Yeah, that'll work. Getting into the Phillies, they had a 4-game series, including 1 makeup game against the Marlins after the All-Star break. They ended up winning 3 of 4 in that series. Some notable performances from those games was Travis Jankowski's 3 for 3 and 4 RBI game in Game 1 against the Marlins, which they won that game. The second game, they lost 7-0, but Zach Eflin's 5 runs allowed. Not good.
He's on a DL now, or IL.
Yeah.
IL.
Yeah. Very notable in the wrong way. Game 3, after the game was suspended, finished the next day. It took 14 minutes, but JT Realmuto hit a walk-off home run. It was a 2-run shot, but he knew it was going as soon as he hit it. They wouldn't have needed to walk it off the next day. Who was it? Suarez blew the save, right?
Yep.
But then in Game 4, they won, but Wheeler had went 6 innings but allowed 4 runs. Jankowski was 2 for 2, and McCutchen hit his 16th home run of the year. Then they started a 2-game series against the Yankees, but Game 1 they lost 6-4. Nola let up 4 runs and 5 1/3 innings pitched. I don't know. No, it's not looking good for Nola.
Not looking good for Nola or Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler's 2 outings in a row. He's not pitched well.
Well, he's still under a 2.5 ERA.
Okay, but let's call it what it is. Two starts in a row. He's not looked good.
Yeah.
And
he did get the win.
McCutchen
yesterday.
Hit his 17th home run yesterday.
Yep.
He's on pace to get 30.
Yeah. McCutchen has over 50 RBIs, too, for the year.
30 bombs. 30 bombs from him and Reese.
Yep. And probably Harper, too. The Phillies have the Yankees again tonight. They're in New York for what looks to be a bullpen game. Wow. Yeah, you want to do the recap? Are you reading my notes here?
I'm reading your notes.
Yeah.
I stole
for what looks to be a bullpen game from the Phillies. First pitch 7:05, and then starting tomorrow, the Phillies have an 8-game home stretch. 4 games against the Braves and then 4 games against the Nats. The Phillies are 3 games back from the first place Mets. Spencer Howard was called up today. But something I do want to talk about is he a trade candidate?
Spencer Howard again. Mister, I can't get out of the third inning.
Yeah, he threw 51 pitches in 4 innings in AAA.
It's AAA. What are you going to trade? Harper said it correctly. We have nobody in the farm system to trade to get anybody good. He got in trouble for that.
We said that.
He got in trouble.
Yeah.
He got in trouble for that. They told him to be quiet.
I mean, he's not
Don't
wrong.
tell
though.
the truth.
Yeah,
Tell the truth.
He's not wrong. This is something we've said for a while now. The Phillies have nobody notable in their farm system. Their number one prospect, Spencer Howard, has been horrible and very disappointing.
And the misnomer of the Phillies have the easiest schedule in the second half, I beg to differ. If you look at the last month, all the division games are on the road. And what is the Phillies' record on the road?
Not as good as they are at home. I'll tell you that. Yeah, the Mets on the road, Braves on the road, Nats
Marlins on the road.
Marlins on the road. Yep. Yeah. That's rough.
Little known fact, because Jimmy G bringing it to you here, bringing it to you straight and bringing it to you live. Straight up. I want the Phillies to win, but not with that team.
Yeah, Jimmy G only gives us the truth and nothing but the truth. But look, let's get back to this. So you don't think Spencer Howard can be traded?
Who's going to? Unless they make him a. I agree with you now. I'd make him a closer.
Thank you. No, I mean,
I make him a closer.
What else can you do? He can't pitch.
He can't pitch more than 4 innings.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Is that more on Spencer Howard or is that on the Phillies? What would you say?
It's on Howard because his velocity goes down after he pitches. It's not the Phillies' fault that his velocity goes down. They have all kinds of training. He's not taking advantage of it. There's something wrong there. Maybe he has an arm issue and they don't see it.
That's what I understand. He's been this top prospect in the Phillies farm system for years, and there's nothing been said about his velocity going down or something about an arm issue until now, until they start calling him up, and then he can't get out of the third inning. Well, I don't understand what's up with that. How
bad is it that you got to keep bringing him up? They brought Mickey Moniak up for one day. He didn't get to play, and then they send him back down.
Yep, for Spencer Howard.
And these morons that didn't get vaccinated. Half the team is not even vaccinated.
Yeah, they're not at the 80. They're not even close to the 85% threshold.
They're just barely at 50%.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not even close. And that's what you're gonna have to do to be a playoff or championship team. You're gonna have to meet that threshold, whether you like it or not. That's how it's going to be. I'm not saying, look, it's your own choice whether you want to get vaccinated or not, but that's going to be the thing for these teams now. They're going to want vaccinated players on their team because it makes it easier to compete at a high level.
Dallas Cowboys have almost 95% of their teams vaccinated.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's how it is now. You're going to have to be vaccinated. You're going to have to be close to fully vaccinated team to be able to compete. So I don't know. I mean, it probably hurts the Phillies since they're only a 500 club, and I mean it probably ensures that they're going to stay a
500 club and 500 vaccinated, 50% vaccinated.
Oh yeah. Can you do?
But it is what it is. They just lost 2 pitchers in that bullpen game. 2 pitchers that could have pitched in a bullpen game. J.D. Hammer and Faulty, or what is his name? Faulty or
Falter? Daily Falter.
Yeah. The Phillies are 7-1 with Matt Moore pitches.
I know.
And his record's 0-1. He doesn't have a win.
Well, I mean, maybe the offense thinks, oh, Matt Moore's on the mound. Let's play. Let's play hard. Let's
They're
hit.
averaging 5 runs a game, and they're swimming around 500.
Yeah.
This team should be well over 500. All the bullpen issues, all that stuff. If they had a closer, you'd be 5 games up.
Yeah. So now let's get into trade rumors as the deadline approaches in, I believe, 9 days.
10 days away.
No, 9 days.
31st. Today's
no, they moved it. It's the 30th this year. It's usually the 31st, but it's the 30th this year.
You sure?
Yeah,
I think
swear.
You're wrong.
There's no way.
I think you're wrong.
Maybe
31st.
No way. No, July 30th. The 2021 MLB trade deadline is at 4 p.m. Eastern on July 30th.
I stand corrected. Sorry about that, Danny.
Corrected.
I thought you were wrong. You're right once again.
It's a common misconception. Everybody thinks I'm wrong, but it's okay. I forgive you. But some trade rumors. I'm just going to throw players out there that I've heard. Craig Kimbrell, Chris Bryant, Starling Marte, and Byron Buxton.
What are you going to give up? You're giving up Brandon Stott?
I don't know.
Giving up Alec Bohm?
I would. I would, because look, I don't know about you, but I like what I see out of Luke Williams and Jankowski.
Eventually, them guys are going to go away, like Maton. Maton was figured out. They'll figure out Jankowski. They'll figure out Luke Williams. Them guys are bench players. They're good role players. You can't expose them as much as he's been doing because he doesn't have anybody. They need to get people. You can stop exposing these guys, and they'll be able to perform for you later when you need them. Ronald Torreyes, he's getting exposed, but he can play. He's been with the Yankees. He knows pressure situations. These other guys don't know pressure situations.
Yeah. Jankowski's batting 360.
And how many bats does he have? 12?
He had more than that. Travis Jankowski.
He don't have 100.
Doesn't matter. You don't need to have homers. 50 at bats.
50 at bats.
One home run. One home run. You stand corrected again.
They're going to figure him out.
Okay.
All I'm saying is you need you need to make a splash for this team to compete, because it's not going to compete on the pitching. The pitching's weak.
Very weak.
I thought the pitching would be the strongest suit of this team. Pitching's been weak.
Yeah.
And if I'm that pitching coach, I'd be worried about my job.
Well, he probably isn't, because you know the Phillies. They'll keep him.
Well, they get rid of pitching coaches every year.
Maybe that's why.
This is like the 4th pitching coach.
Maybe that's the
guy you should have kept was the guy in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Prats.
Maybe that's the problem, that they keep getting rid of these pitching coaches. These pitchers can't work.
Maybe it's the problem that the pitchers are below average. Aaron Nola is not an ace. He's proven to be a bust this year. You disagree?
No, I don't. I agree with you, but I'm just listening to what you have to say.
Zach Wheeler scares me because he was the only reliable guy that we had. And he's pitched 2 bad outings. Hopefully he gets it right and he gets back on track. I'm worried about him. I'm really worried. Because if you leave Zach Wheeler, who do you got? You might as well pack it up.
Yeah.
Might as well pack it up.
You don't got a shot then.
Nope.
I mean, I don't really even think you have a shot now. I mean, the whole pitching staff, the whole pitching rotation, the bullpen has to be reworked. It has to be completely reworked. Look, I'm going to still say Wheeler's a reliable piece. If he has another bad outing, I'm on the edge a little bit. But you have one reliable piece, and after that, you have nothing. You have nothing. Nothing in the bullpen. Nothing in the rotation.
What did you
Nothing.
say? They got 8 games coming up at home.
Yeah.
They got to win all 8.
I say they have to win 6.
They have to win all 8 because they're going to lose again tonight. They're not beating the Yankees.
They almost did yesterday.
That was the shot to beat the Yankees yesterday. They're not going to beat the Yankees today. Not with that. You're going to a bullpen game and you say the bullpen is the weakest part of the team.
Yeah, I know. Well, Spencer Howard might pitch. What about Christopher Sanchez, too?
What about him?
He's pitching, too.
Yeah. You'll be looking like this. Long drive out of here with that short porch in right field. Oh.
Yep. Oh, and Gary Sanchez hit that home run yesterday. McCutchen didn't even move. Yeah, McCutchen didn't even move.
I like McCutchen's attitude. I like his mannerisms.
Yeah, McCutchen's awesome. He's another great personality in sports too. Another great
The one I forget who was hit the ball, and McCarthy goes, "That's a drive. It's deep. It's deep." McCutchen caught the ball, but he acted like it was a home run because he looked at the fence. Then he put his arms up like this, and he caught the ball. I was like, wasn't even close to being a home run. It didn't even make the warning track.
Yeah, McCutchen's great. But yeah, look, we have when is the next Phillies off day?
They don't have one.
They don't
next
have
20 days. Next 20 days, they don't have a day off.
August 9th.
Right? The next 20 days?
Yeah, August 9th.
And yeah, 19 days.
Yeah. So, yeah, August 9th is the 19 days.
19 games. 19 games they have to play. They have to be, for them to compete, they have to be 15-4.
Yep. And they have games against the Pirates, so they should sweep the Pirates.
The Mets lost to the Pirates.
Not the Mets. I don't care about the Mets. They should. I mean, the Mets should have swept the Pirates too. The Pirates aren't good.
Hopefully, Adam Frazier is traded by then from the Pirates.
He will be?
I think he's gone. I think they're Rodriguez. I think it's Rodriguez in the bullpen. He'll probably be gone from the Pirates.
Yeah.
The next week and a half, it's going to be interesting in Philadelphia sports.
Yeah.
The Eagles starting.
Yeah. I can't wait. Can't
and
wait
that other guy. And see if that other guy leaves town.
Yeah.
His birthday was yesterday. Did you wish him a happy birthday? Your buddy?
Yeah, my buddy. My buddy, Ben Simmons.
Can't say he's 24 anymore.
Yeah.
He's only 24.
25. He's only 25 now.
It's over the hill.
Yep. Well, he's right in the middle. So he's just 25. Just 25. Nothing to it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to sit back and watch, see what the Philly sports landscape brings us over the next couple of weeks. And yeah, we'll be here to recap it every step of the way. So no emergency podcast yet. Maybe a Phillies trade could do that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. What, did you just get scared by an alert on your phone?
Bobby G coming up with bad news. Let's see what Bobby G has to say. Seattle passing on JVR and Voracek and Ghost. So all them guys will be back.
Yeah, they're not taking Price either.
All them guys will be back, and the Flyers will be in cap hell as usual. That's what's wrong with the Flyers. They're in cap hell right now. They're not going to be able to compete with the salary cap.
Right. Much like they say that the Eagles are.
Oh, your boy's back too. Your boy's back.
Who's my boy? John Cena.
Can't see me, baby. SmackDown.
John
Fighting
Cena.
Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah. Have you ever you know the meme about John Cena being invisible? Like you can't see me, like they'll have a picture of John Cena and then everybody will say, "Oh, well, I can't there's nobody there." Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
It's got to be the longest running meme ever. I mean,
Well, he's back. He's back for SummerSlam. They don't have him and Goldberg.
Yeah.
Goldberg's back too.
Yep. Hustle.
They got to dust off the relics because they don't have no talent. They have no new talent coming on.
Yeah. But
The Wild Card Wednesday.
Yeah. Got in some wrestling. John Cena. You can't see me. But yeah, that'll do.
Didn't you grow up on John Cena? Ain't that your man?
John Cena? Yeah, it's my man. John Cena is my guy. My favorite wrestler.
Oh, he's back. So you can watch him on Friday nights on SmackDown.
Woo! I ain't watching wrestling no more. I don't watch that stuff. It's not real. It's not real.
No kidding. It's not real. Sports entertainment.
I used to think it was real. And then it was, well, what's the fun in it being fake? I'm sorry, but what's
storylines? It's the storylines. It's the drama.
It's predictable.
It's a male soap opera.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, we'll preview some John Cena on Friday. How about that? We'll talk.
Okay, we might have to bring Bobby G in here to do it.
We might have to bring out the wrestling guru.
You got a little box for him up here? Like you got a little box for me? You get the big box, I get the small box.
Sounds good. Yeah, that'll do it for the podcast today. We will be back on Friday to talk John Cena and Philly sports. But yeah, signing out, your host, Danny G. Thank you for joining me today, Jimmy G. And remember, the view's always better
from the cheap seats.
That's right.
All right, Danny. Yo, last podcast wasn't on.
Yeah, I'm still working on uploading. I'm gonna upload it before this one. I'm gonna try and get it up, and then I'll upload this one.
Because your uncle's complaining that he hasn't seen us.
It's all right. He'll see us today.
All right, take it easy.
All right.
Tell your dad I said, hey.